All right, so for this section, we will be connecting a Rice Lake 680 indicator to a iDimension iDim Plus unit. First thing is we will want to connect an Ethernet cable from a computer to the iDim Plus unit, and then navigate to 169.254.1.1 is the default IP address. If you programmed an IP address in the dimensioner, you would navigate to that IP address. So one thing we'll want to just want to check is we'll go to our admin tools. The username and password you can find in the iDim Plus manual. These are the default login credentials. We'll log in. We'll go to setup and we'll just go to general settings. The scale type by default is set for auto, and the stable is scale plus cube view. These are the default values. If during use you want to change how the stable time and the scale and dimensioner function, you can modify these to what works for you. Scale type, the auto goes through each of these to automatically determine what or if a scale is connected. One thing you will want to do if you haven't already done so is if we go up to the eye icon in the top right hand corner of the screen, we can see that the current firmware of the unit. You will want to make sure that the iDimension Plus unit is up to date firmware wise before we connect up the scale. So with the default settings for the scale, we will go ahead and make our connection to the 680. I didn't make any changes, so we'll go ahead and click OK. We can see on the operator display we do not currently show any weight. So what I will do is go ahead and connect up the 680. First I will demonstrate using a serial connection with our FTDI cable. Then after that we'll transition to just using a standard micro USB to USB cable. So we have our Rice Lake 680 indicator, and our first connection will be using this white FTDI cable that is going from a USB connection to our serial connection on the indicator. So with the unit powered off, we can go ahead and flip it around. And we're going to make our connection into RS-232 connection right here. For wiring information, you can reference the 680 manual on the port that we're using. So with that connected, what we'll do is we will go ahead and plug the USB cable into the base of the iDim Plus pole, and we will go ahead and power on the unit. So now we've made our scale connection, and we do notice that the weight shows as dashes, even though our indicator is saying 0 pounds. That's because the dimensioner only recognizes the scale during a restart or a reboot. So after we've made our scale connection, what we'll want to do is we can go right on the display, click here, and then what we'll do is we will just restart the dimensioner. After the dimensioner comes back, after the restart, you can now see that we're getting 0 pounds on our display. I will go ahead and manually adjust our weight value so you can see that the display does show a live weight value that it's receiving from the indicator. It's also important to note that we did not have to change any settings on the 680. This works with Rice Lake default settings. The other thing that we can do here is we currently have the scale setting set to auto, but we know this is a Rice Lake indicator, so we can use the Rice Lake indicator option if you want, or you can simply leave it at the default auto. So that concludes the serial connection from the 680 to the dimensioner. We will move on to using a micro USB connection from the 680 to the iDim Plus unit.